Most of us have dealt with cookie banners. At some point, you build a website and suddenly you're faced with dozens of options, plugins, tools, subscriptions, and something that should be simple quickly becomes complicated and expensive. I ran into this myself while building a website for a client. I spent a lot of time trying to find a solution that was actually simple, and I even tested tools like Presidium. I made a video about it, but it lacked important features like a proper scanner, and a number of options made it harder to use. That's when I decided to build my own plugin, something focused, simple, and affordable for small businesses and websites. As you can see on my screen, I went to plugins and searched for cookie. And you can see we have a lot of options. For small businesses, the pricing and subscriptions are really too much for a small website or a small business owner. That's why I created Mant Consent Manager. This is my plugin. Here we have the dashboard and we have some quick information about the plugin, the cookies, the services, and the plan that's running on the website. At the top, we have navigation. We can go to the first option, which is banner settings. Here we can decide how the banner looks on the website. We can enable or disable it. In the general settings, we can change the consent duration in days. We can decide where the banner appears, left or right, and we can define the box width. Here we have the button layout and the floating button position, which appears after you accept or refuse cookies. It will always be visible on the bottom left side of the screen. We can show a close button, show a reject button, and even hide the floating privacy button once the user has accepted cookies. We can also force consent before interaction, so the user can't interact with the website before clicking accept or refuse. Here we can change the default settings for the banner, content title, and the model title. We can change everything here. We also have another place to change the language and the content, and we have design options as well. At the bottom, we have the labels for the buttons on the banner. We can change all options, for example, the floating button text from privacy to cookie. We can change the button titles, colors, font size, and even add custom CSS classes. We can also add custom CSS directly here. At the bottom, we have consent records. We can activate or deactivate them and adjust the settings. Everything is anonymized, so we are not saving addresses or personal data. It's just for statistics to see if it's working and to understand usage. Here we have categories: necessary, functional, analytics, marketing, and external media. We can also add a new category. For example, I can add test and save it. After saving it, it appears at the bottom. We can select it and delete it if we don't need it anymore. We can also rename existing categories. That's everything under banner settings. Now let's go to services. Here we have default services like Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, YouTube Cookies, Vimeo, and Google Maps. Common services used by most websites. You don't need to add them manually. You can simply activate them and save. Currently, there is no option to add new services directly, but we have free fields where you can add manual cookies or services. You can delete the content of a field using the delete button and then save changes. Now let's move to cookies. Here we have standard WordPress cookies categorized as necessary and functional. You can add more cookies using the available input fields and remove or replace them as needed. Now let's move to one of the most important features, languages. We support 5 default languages: English, German, Spanish, Arabic, and French. Frontend detects the browser language and automatically displays the banner accordingly. But you need first to activate the language in the backend. Otherwise, it's going to show just the default language, which is, in my case, English. You can edit each language and customize all text. You can also add a new language and define all labels and button texts. Now let's move to another key feature, the scanner. A crawler scans your website for scripts, embeds, external domains, and cookies. After scanning, it shows all detected elements like Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and WordPress cookies. By default, it scans up to 20 pages with a depth of 3. The maximum is 50 pages with a depth of 5. You can start scanning by clicking Run Website Scan. It may take some time. Once finished, you will see all detected services, scripts, iframes, domains, and cookies. In the future, I will increase these limits. Most importantly, you won't pay extra for scanning. Many plugins limit scans or charge per page. Here it will be unlimited in the Pro version, while the free version will scan only the home page. Now let's go to consent records. Here you can see stored records. You can export or delete them and get an overview of usage. This is a Pro feature. We also have testing tools. These help you reset consent, force the banner view, and check the current consent state. This is useful when testing your setup. Next, we have manual scripts. This is for advanced users. If a script is not detected by the scanner or not managed via services, you can add it manually here. Finally, we have license section. Here you can see your license key, its status, and expiration date. If you deactivate it, you will need to re-enter it again. Now let's switch to the free version. You will see that some features become limited, like services, scanner, languages, and consent records. One important feature is importing scan results. After scanning, you can import detected services and cookies directly into your configuration. This saves time and is missing in many other tools. Now let's move to the front end and test it. After resetting consent, we open the page. If force consent before interaction is enabled, users can't interact with the page. Once disabled, interaction is allowed. For example, the embedded YouTube video is blocked until external media cookies are accepted. After enabling them, the video loads and plays. If disabled again, the video is blocked. This shows that everything works as expected. Finally, about pricing, the plugin has 2 plans, a free version and a pro version. The pro version costs 25 euros. You can purchase it via PayPal, and documentation will be available on the main page. You can also download the free version from the link in the description. If you have questions, leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.